I definitely felt like I kind of came up there. I felt like I lost my posture, but felt like my back kind of came like this instead of kind of.
Did you ever get to your front foot on time?
No, I'm really inconsistent with that.
Yeah, so like on some of those, like even that middle, like that middle way one, like you could have driven this way or that way, but it was like this, and then it was like, so even if you kind of feel like you hold your posture, now it's this way instead of that way. Yeah. So you think about like the 2x4, we're trying to get our hips on top of that front foot, right, where it's like delivering the barrel as opposed to like just sitting. Right?
That was the best one of the day. Alright vlog, I can't really tell you how productive that felt. I got a lot of things on my mind. I'm going to try not to yap too much or for too long on a video because I know the attention span's pretty low here. But essentially what I was working on today is my posture. Now in the game, my swing is different from the cage, and this has been my problem throughout basically my whole high school career, is that I feel great in the cage. I get in a rhythm, I'm crushing balls. Obviously, machines are throwing fastballs down the middle the whole time. But, you know, I get in that rhythm in the cage, and it's hard for me to replicate it in the game. And that was the emphasis today, is that Ryan's teaching me the right things. But it's on me mentally to not think about those things in the game and just let it happen. Just hit the ball. Don't think about where it's going to be, what pitch might be coming. You just got to see it hit it at the end of the day. That's my dad's philosophy, and I'm just trying to incorporate those two things. So when I get in the game, essentially I'm just thinking too much. So in the cage today, first day back with Ryan, going over the things that he originally taught me all off season, and I've been working on. I had a problem controlling my load, so it's hard for a feeder to stay consistent dropping the balls in the machine. But sometimes I'd lunge too far forward because I'm starting early, or I'd get caught on my backside leaning too far back in my load. It's not a hard fix, especially in the game, because the pitcher has the same leg kick every time, so it's easier to time up in a sense. But controlling my load was a problem, and it was causing me to lose my posture all over the place. If I had like a load too early, or if I didn't control my backside, it would cause me to flare open, roll out, get under balls. So that's really where everything comes to in my swing, is controlling my load when I get back there. If I do that and time it up well, you know, it's not really rocket science again, but usually good things happen after that. Usually the swing unloads just like it should in the game. That's the thing I've been struggling to find in the game, is that same feeling in the cage and just replicating it. So even though I didn't execute perfectly today, you know, there were some balls where I was struggling with my load, and you know, I was fouling balls off and whatever. Even though I didn't execute perfectly, I felt it. I felt what he was telling me. I know what I need to work on, and hopefully 2 weeks from now I come back and I got it down. That's the plan, but I feel like I'm in a good spot. All right, not to keep yapping, but I'm gonna keep yapping. One more thing, and it's a big one, that I find I do in the game, is I swing way too hard. In the cage today, I was swinging hard at first, and you know, you lose kind of control of your barrel, so you'll get under balls and yada yada yada. But towards the end, I hit some of my best balls when I slowed my swing down and felt like I was really controlling it. Not only that, but I was actually hitting balls harder when I felt like I was slowing it down and just trying to hit the ball up the middle, essentially. Swinging hard, swinging out of your shoes 100% of the time, obviously it's not a recipe for success. I tell myself that, but it's still hard to slow myself down in the game when I'm so kind of amped up in the box. It's more about calming myself down, executing, and just putting a nice stroke on the ball. That's all you need to do, and it's something I've been struggling with. So again, those last couple swings in the cage felt like butter because I was just smooth through the zone. I was relatively slow. I wasn't swinging as hard as I could. And they were actually the best balls and hardest balls I hit. So that's a thing. That's easier to fix than what I previously said about my load. But it's just taking it easy, man, and not getting too jumpy. So I put these things to use in the game. There's no reason why I can't meet the expectation that I have for myself, because this high school season didn't exactly go as planned. Granted, injury, excuse, but really didn't meet where I thought I was going to be as far as my stats went. Now, don't get too obsessed with stats, but at the end of the day, baseball's about results, and I didn't really produce as much as I thought I was going to this season. So going into summer, we're going to have a much better season. Obviously, consistent reps is going to help with that. But everything we talked about today in a nutshell is literally what I've been working on all offseason. We touched on everything. It's what I need to do in the game. So it's just about doing it. Up in. Post-run update. We ran right after the bullpen. That's what I usually do if I throw a pen. Got to run right after. Get whatever lactic acid is in the arm out of there. So that's what I did. 8:21 first mile, 8:08 second mile, 8:15 average. 2 seconds behind yesterday, but dude, felt body, did not feel like moving an inch. It was concerning at first. I got down the block, I was like, fuck, dude. I might only have a mile in me, but push for 2. Again, the pace is pretty ugly right now, but considering how crappy my body felt at first, I'll take it. So we're gonna go to the gym and hit chest and try, super light. I mean, I'm pretty worn out as it is right now. So we're gonna get some Chinese grub, gonna hit chest and try at the gym, super light again, limit the soreness, quality reps, get in, get out. And that's the plan for the rest of the day. Sox up 1-0. I'm not gonna jinx it though. So we'll start off with the bullpen. It was all right. Fastball location was there. Velocity was the same as it always really is. A big problem though was I was really closing myself off. The camera angle made it look worse than it actually was, but it was still pretty bad to the point where I had a lot of trouble locating my curveball. I'm not the guy to make excuses about the ball, but I could barely feel the laces. Ben Shea came in after me to throw his bullpen, and he was saying the same thing. So, it is what it is. Couldn't really locate the curveball today or get a really good feel for it. Changeup was not the best it's been either, but at least fastball location was there. I was still throwing a decent amount of strikes when I had live counts going. So, all in all, I've had better bullpens. I've had worse. Definitely got to clean up some of the mechanics, though. Lift today, again, super light. I still like up the intensity on the sets I did, but all in all, just a normal chest and try day. The shoulder was getting a little unstable. The more I pushed to failure, the more it felt like it can give out, and the more unstable it felt. So that's what it felt like. Made sure to take it easy when I could, but still a quality day at the gym, and the White Sox lose. Almost forgot again, but the song of the day is The Boss by James Brown. Dustin Poirier's walkout. He might have lost that fight, but man, he is still a dog. And James Brown's got a bunch of good tunes, and that just happens to be one of them.